Scopebox Sync is a tool that allows you to mirror scope boxes across multiple project models. It's a great tool for all trades to use. However, it's most useful for collaborative projects with multiple trades that are working within Revit. Scope boxes are great because you can set datum lines to scope boxes, such as levels and grids. And you can also use them to set your view extents as well as view depth. Now, if a user wants to mirror scope boxes from other models, let's say a consultant would like to mirror their architect scope box, well, they would have to recreate it themselves, pretty much eyeballing the link scope boxes. There's no easy way to copy the link scope boxes until now. In this example, I'll be acting as a structural engineer, and I already have my architect's model linked into mine, as well as two scope boxes currently linked in. The overall, which is this one, and the instruction wing, which is this one. Now, you'll note that the instruction wing one is a little bit altered, and that within the link there is a new one. And so I would like to update this one as well as import this new one. To open Scope Box Synchronizer, we would have to go into Naviate Accelerate. Under the collaboration, you can see here link and sync. And then under transfer and sync, here we have Scope Box Sync. Now, when you open up Scope Box Synchronizer, you'll want to first double check and make sure that you're choosing the correct link that you're going to be importing the scope boxes with by hitting this drop down and selecting the link. In this field below, you'll have a list of all of these scope boxes that are being read from the link. Over to the right, you'll note the filter status, and we can toggle these on and off. Next, you'll note the display order, and this is the order of the list of scope boxes. To the bottom, you'll note these two buttons, import missing scope boxes and synchronize. And then lastly here, we can also use this search field here to filter our scope boxes by name. The filter status indicates whether a scope box is already existing in the project by highlighting or infilling that scope box with green and giving it the green check. If you see a scope box that has an infill of orange and has a exclamation marker as the status, this indicates that that scope box has already been copied into my model. However, it has since been changed. Any scope boxes you see infilled with blue and the negative or the dash status means that this is a missing scope box. It does not exist in my current model. One thing to keep in mind when we want to either import missing scope boxes or synchronize our scope boxes, we have the two buttons here at the bottom. Keep in mind that if you go ahead and click on this, it's going to import all of the scope boxes that are highlighted in blue that are missing. And same thing with the synchronized projects, it's going to synchronize all of the scope boxes that are highlighted in orange. In the rare case that you might have to pinpoint which scope box you want to either import or synchronize, you can utilize the filter by name to isolate which scope box you would like to either import or synchronize. Typing in the name of a scope box will also eliminate whether which option you have at your disposal. So for example, for the staff wing, I can only import it. I cannot synchronize it because it does not exist in my project. Conversely, I cannot import the missing scope box because it is already imported. I need to synchronize. So this is a way to isolate specific scope boxes that either I want to just import or synchronize. Now, because I only have three scope boxes in my link and I want to have those three exist in my project, I can go ahead and click on both of these to just blanket import and blanket synchronize the scope boxes. You'll know as soon as I click, it'll change the status of those to green, highlighting those, infilling those to green, and giving it the status of existing and equal to the position. And that's our scope box sync.